Hey everyone, this is Kunal, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Gan 12M. So just to give a little bit of background about this cube, this is the latest Gan flagship and it actually comes in two versions, the maglev and the leap. And the maglev further comes in two versions, UV coated and matte. This particular review is going to be about the leap version. Talking about the specs of the cube, the edge length is 56mm, just like previous Gan flagships. It weighs just 60 grams, making it also the lightest Gan flagship, and it costs Rs 6199, which is quite expensive, so let's see if Gan is able to justify the price through the performance of this cube. The turning on this cube is really light, fast and smooth, in line with previous Gan flagships. However, one thing I noticed is that the turning of this cube was particularly crunchy compared to its predecessors. I'm more of a fan of slightly smoother cubes such as the Gan XS and X, but I don't mind the feel of this cube. The cube is also more stable than previous Gan cubes, which I think can definitely be attributed to the core magnets. The cube also comes with a clear box, a pouch, a tensioning tool, as well as replacement core magnets. The tensioning system of this cube comprises of two parts similar to previous Gan cubes. The blue part controls how tight or loose the actual tensions are, 1 being the tightest and 6 being the loosest. The clear component indicates the spring compression of the cube, which in the maglev version is of course replaced with the maglev adjustment system. This dictates how tight or relaxed the springs are. My current setup on this cube is tension number 1 on the blue part, third click on the spring compression, and cube Lilo weight 3 and lubrical silk on the pieces. Now talking about the corner cutting, this is not something that's covered a lot in reviews nowadays because people just assume that all modern cubes corner cut extremely well. However, as you can see here, at least on the tight tensions that I have this cube on, the cube struggles to cut 45 degrees. However, the small cuts are fairly effortless. What's particularly interesting to note is how obsolete reverse corner cutting is on this cube. Because you can see, upon trying to do reverse corner cutting, the layer just aligns itself. And this is because of the really strong corner core magnets, which also give this cube a slightly strange feel that is a bit difficult to get used to. Talking about the magnet adjustment on this cube, as you can see, from the corner piece, you can actually adjust the strength of the corner to core magnets. However, to my knowledge, there is no way to adjust the strength between the edge and corner magnets. So let's actually talk more about the corner to core magnets because I believe they are the main selling point of this cube. As I mentioned earlier, they make the cube more stable. However, you also saw in the corner cutting demonstration that they make the layer align itself. Now this is a big problem because it makes me get flustered a lot while performing algorithms on a cube. The thing is, especially on last layer, the algorithms are so ingrained into my muscle memory that when you have a slightly strange turning system like this, it really throws me off a lot, and this leads to not just a lot of turning hesitations, but a lot of catches, as you can see from some of the solves. This really frustrates me a lot, and it is definitely a downside when you get the cube because it's something that will definitely take getting used to. After getting more accustomed to the cube, these catches have slightly subsided with time, but they are still prevalent. Another thing to note is that while I haven't included any roux solves in this review, I did do my due diligence and did quite a few long roux sessions on this cube, and the M slices were extremely unreliable. I'm not sure exactly why this is, but that makes this cube kind of unsuitable for roux solve. Now stuff like catches and getting used to the turning are things that a lot of people have faced on several previous Gan cubes. Now say what you will about Gan cubes, one thing I've always respected about them in the past is that, whether you like or hate the cubes, they've at least made improvements from one flagship to the next. For instance, the Gan XS was better than the Gan X and the Gan 11 was better than the Gan XS. However, despite the significantly higher price, I feel like Gan has broken this pattern with this cube because I cannot confidently say that this cube is better than the Gan 11. In fact, I get way better times on the Gan 11 M Pro and M Duo than this cube, and the Gan 11 M Duo is pretty much half the cost of this cube. So let me just get straight to the point. As mentioned earlier, this cube costs Rs 6199, which makes it one of the costliest cubes on the market. The only 3x3 flagships costlier than this are other versions of the Gan 12. This is actually the cheapest version of the Gan 12 that you can buy, and it is still a lot costlier than other cubes on the market. Now if you've tried other Gan cubes and you love them and you want to try a new one, This cube is good, it's definitely worth trying in my opinion. However, if you're someone who's on a tighter budget and you just want a cube that performs well, there are many other cubes that are less than half the cost of this cube that perform just as well or better. This is the first time I've been slightly disappointed with the Gan Cube because given their trend of always improving their flagships, I expected this cube to at least be on par with the Gan 11 because you guys know how much I like the Gan 11M Duo. But, that just isn't the case with this cube. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of this cube. A huge thanks to Cube Lelo for sending me this cube to test, and I hope you liked the video. I'll see you guys next time.